Morning, Blue Troopers. Oh, man. Where would I be without my coffee? Coffee. So, since we were talking about the light box, I just thought I would show it to you today. Of course, it's got a reflective interior, but it's also got the big gray back sheet and flooring on it, which gives you a neutral background. And all you have to do is hit this. Once you get it set up, just hit the switch. Booyah! Pretty bright, huh? And it's, of course you can make your own. I'd made one before this, but it was a breakdown kind. But it turned out not to be big enough. I mean, you can get some PVC pipe, some, there's ways to make them online. They're surprisingly easy. You can also make portable light filters for photographing your models. There's a paper that's called vellum that's often used. Since I have my little amateur home studio in the garage and the light is out in the kitchen, I moved one of the studio lights into the kitchen and I moved it here for the moment, which is why this is brighter than normal and possibly in better focus, because lighting is everything. No matter how good your camera, it cannot focus without proper light. And I spent a couple of days, got curious about photography, and went out and there are a couple of websites or YouTube channels out there that were really good about it and explained the fundamentals of photography. And there was so much on my own camera I didn't understand, like focal length. I'm sitting here going, man, I've got this expensive camera and a nice lens, and I can't, only parts of my photograph are, and even when I'm photographing a model, unless I back way off and use the zoom, that doesn't make any sense. And I learned about focal length, like, oh, you just change the focal length and now the whole model's in focus. One thing that is a lot of folks do when they're photographing their models is they want to show the detail, and that's great, but you don't, and sometimes you get in close and zoom in. If you got good light, then yeah, you'll get a nice shot. But when you take a picture of a model, a lot of folks are like, well, you get too far back, you won't be able to see the good stuff. Trust me, you want to get far enough back that there's a border around the entire model. You want to see a little bit, and of course having a large neutral background helps. That's why they put this gray in here. But if you want to photograph something big, like 2-3 foot wingspan, you gotta get far back. You might need to use something like a bed sheet or something as a backdrop if you want a neutral backdrop. But it definitely helps to back off a little bit. The higher the resolution, the sharper the focus, obviously the better the picture. And if you back off, then when I'm editing it or whatever, I can zoom in with the software. But a lot of times photographs are, there'll be a nice crisp photo of the item, but part will be clipped off, which again, it's fine for close-ups. But if you want to have at least a few shots where the entire model's in the shot, if that's possible. And I do everything in 16 by 9. That's the way the basic YouTube screen is set up. I try to trim the pictures to be 16 by 9 so that there's no black borders on them. If there is, it's not the end of the world. I just, it's just nice to fill the screen with imagery. Oh, by the way, apologies yesterday after I was so proud of myself after scouring all my files and everything and make sure and getting those pictures in under the wire. Wouldn't you know, I'm done. I've made my evening video, quick hit I'm in the Tarbis, and I'm going through my email and go, ooh, check spam, see if, and sure enough, there's a half dozen photographs in my spam folder I didn't see. So they're in line for the next video. Technology, you live by it, you die by it. So today we have things to do, but I'm hoping to get some work done. And it's funny, I'm off for the week. I'm here at home, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do nothing but build models. Life says no. Niet. Nein. Das ist verboten. We do not let you just build models. You have life. And life is, this is the obstacle for building. Why am I doing a fake accent that I can't even identify? What's in the coffee this morning? Folgers 8 o'clock. That's my morning coffee. So life just has a way of jumping in the way, which isn't a complaint. I mean, so I guess that's a question of the day. What thing, this week or this month or has popped in, you say, up today I'm going to work on my model, and, plumber, electrician, car repair, getting bills paid, whatever. What's been stumbling in your way to get, like, I'm supposed to be working on my model, instead I'm doing this. I want to be working on my model. And also, I was yesterday with all the horrible weather, I was like, and today looks like it'll be a lot nicer, but I was like, oh man, I'm not going to go out this shed and in this horrible, horrible weather. But since I enjoy making the videos, that's a great outlet too. I enjoy that also. So that keeps me busy. But if you don't get to work on your models, what do? Do you have another hobby that, of course, I'm in another building and the weather kind of sets my mood a lot of times. I'm assuming a lot of you guys build in the house, so, that's not an issue, but I'm sure you have your, so what I'm getting at is what gets in the way of your model building? And that's sort of the question of the day. Well, that's all I got for right now, guys. Keep those cards and letters coming. Keep sending pictures of your builds, and we'll talk at you later. And would you guys like to see would you like me to make a real super quick tutorial on a few ways to take some photos, or am I just being, we know how to take pictures, Max. You tell me. We'll talk at you later as always. Model on.